Hello, Mr. Randy Duck, and welcome back for another video. Today I have two replays to show you in the Tier 8 German premium medium tank, the Panther 88. Now this is a tank which has some changes in the recent sort of big balance update. And what I've got for you today is two replays to show off the changes. But what I'll do before we get into that is I'll quickly go over what they have done. So they have buffed the shot dispersion penalty during the movement and rotation of the turret from 0.16 to 0.15, so very slight change there. They then increased the reload of the tank from a base reload of 6.9 to 7.9. But they increased the alpha damage from 240 to 280. And it's actually made, the Panther 88 I've always really enjoyed, but now with that 280 alpha, it's actually made this tank, in my opinion, a lot better. And I've got two great games to show off to you today of what you can do in this tank. So that's enough of me rambling on. Let's get into the replays and I'll talk about what I mean. Okay, so here we are for replay number 1 on Nahran. If you want to see the equipment and crew I am running, you will see that at the bottom of the screen as we speak. So if you've never played the Panther 88 before, you should know that it has preferable matchmaking, which means you will only ever see tier 9s or tier 8s, and you will never have to come across tier 8s, tier 10s when you play this tank, which is partly the reason I really enjoy it. Other than that, I like it because it is, it's got good mobility. I do run powertrain on it because I think the extra power to engine power really helps this tank get to its top speed and get across the map very well. You have 8 degrees of gun depression. You have some armour where you can side scrape and bounce across the tier 8 tanks. So you're also very good at ramming tanks because you're quite heavy, so you can get quite a lot of ram damage. And yeah, it's just an enjoyable tank, especially with that increased alpha. So as you can see, in this first replay, we are bottom tier. We are against quite a few tier 9s, but there is no artillery in the game, and we decided to play quite an aggressive position, which is somewhat risky, but I often find Nahran can be a little bit campy, and I just like to get into the battle as quickly as possible. So I am taking a slight sort of risk, but hopefully with my team behind me, anything that pokes this ridge, they should be able to shoot. And I'm going to try and use this rock as a little bit of cover so I can sort of sneak in and get shots of tanks like this waffle here, whilst they're distracted shooting our friendly team, and then duck back into cover. So we managed to get one shot in a waffle. I'm hoping to actually get another shot in, putting them onto a potential 2-shot to us now with that increased alpha, and gives us a great start to the game, picking up 500 damage and still remaining with all our hit points. I swapped to the small mini map, as you can see on the right hand side corner, because I really want to know if a tank is going to peek on me on that hill, and I want to know the exact sort of small movements, because it could make a big difference. I don't want to get a tank come up and just slaps in the side whilst we're not preventing our armour towards that tank. So we're just going to use this rock and just get shots as we can. That waffle gets taken out, which is great, and now this tier 9 Soviet heavy tank is caressing that ridge, and he does manage to take out our tank behind us, but he gets tracked in place, and we're able to just now get a couple of shots to his lower plate, hoping to squeeze one more in before he gets back into cover, which we do, putting him onto a 1-shot. So far, pretty close game, 13 versus 13, but we have managed to bring one of their tier 9s to a 1-shot, and one of their other tier 9s is dead, which is very, very handy. I'm just having a little look on the right hand side to see what's actually there. I think there's actually a type 4 heavy tank, which obviously we've got to be very careful because I don't want to get penned by his heat or just completely derped by his HE rounds. I thought about trying to get a little cheeky cupola shot, but I don't want to risk those games with that tank there. Thankfully, he's in a position where it's going to be very awkward for him to poke that ridge, because it's not a sort of the Type 4 is not renowned for being a ridgeline tank, so it'd be very awkward for him to poke without eating damage. With our team progress forward, I'm going to try and move forward. I do spot this Type 4. He is going to try and poke the ridge. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go for the track shot, because if I can track this tank in place where he is, I'm not going to bother trying to pen him. I'm just going to let my team do that. And unfortunately for this Type 4, he doesn't have a repair kit, or he's either used his repair kit, and I've got him perma-tracked here, and he can't get his gun down to shoot me, so I'm safe from his gun, and I'm reaping the rewards for tracking this tank. And you can see I pick up pretty much all of his hit points, getting 1800 track assistance there for taking out that tier 9 heavy tank with the help of our team. So that was a good move there, and that's going to allow me to now progress forward to battle these tanks without the risk of a Type 4 derping us in the side. So we still got this Tiger 2 here covered by a tier 9 Conqueror, which I think might be using this stock gun. We get a shot into the Tiger 2 if I can. I want, now I've already picked up some track assistance. I'd probably like to try and track him in place. I do go for the drive wheel there. I do track him, but I think he repairs that and gets into cover. Conqueror's slightly poking around. I'm going to go for the track shot again rather than try and pen his lower plate at an extreme angle, because it's a good chance it'll bounce just because of the angle it is. I'm hoping to track him in place again so he might get slapped by our friendly teammates, but I don't think anyone really has a shot at him. Our friendly AMT gets taken out behind us. Tiger 2 comes through and we get a nice, he gets quickly taken out by our T-34 Black there. And now we're going to be able to progress this game forward. Still a close game, 9 versus 8, but we're starting to sort of win one side. If we can win this side quickly, then it gives us the freedom to go back and defend our base if we need to. But I want to try and win this side first. You can see there's a one-shot medium above us there. He should get taken out if he pokes. I'm just going to try and get some shots into this Conqueror, who is stocked by the looks of things. We get a nice shot into the side of his turret. Hopefully we're going to try and get another shot in, putting him into a one shot there to us now with that increased alpha. It is definitely a one shot to us. Tried to go for the cupola shot. At this point I can afford to eat a shot if I need to. Should be able to finish off this tier 9 Conqueror there, which we do, picking up our first kill of the game. 2,800 damage, 2,000 assistance. This ISU gets spotted, who has just shot. We get one shot in. I'm hoping to beat his reload to get the kill on this tank, because we don't want to get slapped by it. We do, picking up our second, confirming our second kill of the game, putting us under 3,200 damage, 2,000 assistance, so 5,000 combined overall. And now there's only 3 tanks remaining, and it's just a case of, can we find these tanks? Can we just get some more damage out of this game? Maybe some more assistance, just to bring it to a good game overall. So there's one enemy medium tank on the right hand side. I suspect he's going to get taken out by our team before we get a chance to kill him. We then spot this enemy Conqueror again. I think he's stock there. So we get one shot in, hoping to track him in place. We don't do that, but we do at least pen it. And I'm still full hit points to my astonishment at this point of the game. So that's quite handy, because knowing that Conqueror's stock, I can just go and sit in front of him. Let him shoot him, because it's a 7 versus 3. I don't care if he pens me. I just want to get as much damage in as I can, as long as I don't get shot by that tier 9 tank destroyer to the right hand side, which I don't think is going to happen because he's got other problems. And yeah, I'm just going to try and farm this Conqueror here. Like I say, he is stock. I'm just going to sit here. I don't care if he pens me. I've got the hit points in order to just keep trading these shots right now. We get one in for his lower plate. He's going to get taken out. And that's probably going to be all what we get for this game. But we have managed to pick up in the, like I say, bottom tier matchmaking. For this tanks, it does have preferable matchmaking. We get 4,200 damage, 2,000 assistance. We get 6,000 combined gain there and 2 kills, bringing us to 2,100 base XP, which should be enough for the ace tanker, which we do. And yeah, that is it for replay number 1, with one more replay to come. So let's move on. Okay, so this brings us to the replay number 2 and the final replay of the video, where we are on How Far Past. We are platooned up with our buddy Swindle 321. There is one enemy artillery, there's no enemy light tanks, and we've got what I like to call my preferred spawn on this map. I like it because it's a good position you can really only use from this side, in the centre of the map, which allows you to get shots at multiple angles. And yeah, I just think it's a better spawn, if I'm honest, because you can't use that side, you can't use this middle ridge as well from the other side. So you'll probably see it from other replays I've used this spot before, but we managed to get to where we are. This is the spot I like to use because it allows me to shoot down on any tanks which push across, like this enemy tank destroyer early. This Hellcat is just kind of free damage to me right now, so we're just hoping to try and pick up the kill. We do kill the Hellcat, and that's sort of confirmed that area, making it all, I have to kill that first, because otherwise he can shoot me in behind while I'm trying to focus these other tanks. But as you can see, I can shoot at multiple positions because I can shoot at any tanks over this side. If any tanks try and cross over, we can get shots in, and we're in the centre of the map, so if we need to go back to the base, we can get there as well. So it's a good little position to use. You do have to be careful when you're poking this ridge, that there's no big tank destroyers and get shots in. Well, what I like to do from this position as well, when I've got a tank with a good reload like the Panther does, when I don't have any shots available to me, I just start shooting this destructible cover, just at sort of hot points while no tanks will be, meaning that like, later in the game it gives me easier opportunities to shoot them and less places for them to hide. Now tanks like this, which try and make this cross, I have free farm on them. I managed to set this heavy tank on fire, already confirming my second kill of the game, putting us on to 1,000 damage there. We are actually technically losing this game at the moment. We are a couple tanks down, but it's, it's not to worry. It's all very, very early on. Try and get a lovely shot into that SU. And this is what I mean about the destructible cover. Like if I kill that destructible cover in front of him, this ISU has no place to hide. So it gives you more opportunities not only to get shots at the tanks, but also to spot them. So it's always worth bearing in mind, like, if you've got nothing to shoot at, just start getting rid of the destructible cover, and then later on in the game it might come in very helpful for you. I managed to then quickly pick up a kill on that SU-152 and the T-34 Black in quick progression there, picking up 4 kills now on 2,000 damage. This enemy medium tank in the back is an easy kill for me. He shoots me and I think he's actually firing... I think he's firing HE at me potentially. I'm not sure there. But this is a free kill. If he stays where he is, I should be able to pick up another kill there. Put him onto one shot. I'm hoping to finish him off so we can try and pick up our 5th kill of the game. We do so, picking up our 5th kill, putting us into 2,800 damage now with 7 kills remaining. And it's at this point I'm thinking, there's 7 tanks left. I've already got 5 kills. There's an opportunity here to try and pick up a medal for maybe getting a Devastator or at least a Top Gun. So we're going to try and push this forward to get some shots in now. We should have got a nice shot into the Tiger. I'm not too sure what happened there. Maybe I hit the rock. Who knows? We do get a final shot into him, putting him onto a one-shot there, hoping to try and finish off this Tiger. Just waiting for an opportunity. He drives forward. We get the shot in. And that has confirmed our 6th kill of the game, putting us under 3,200 damage now with 5 kills. Sorry, with five tanks remaining and 6 kills. We've got a good opportunity to maybe pick up a Devastator or even a Radley's. I mean, if we're lucky, a Pulse, but I'll say that would be very, very unlikely at this point. But we can try and at least get one more to get the Devastator. We can finish this off with a good game. So we're just going to try and cross across to see if there's any tanks sort of still in the base. I have spotted 2 tanks towards our base. They're not capping, they're coming towards us. I then spot a 3rd tank. I decided, look, I need to go over there. I think that's where the damage is. I scanned to check the hit points. One of the healthiest tanks is this Super Sherman, which is full health, but I'm also pretty much full health. So hopefully we should be able to out DPM this tank. Maybe even ram him, and that would, this tank is very good at that. We get one shot in, he gets another big shot into us, but we should be able to get 2 shots in per his 1 shot he fires, which will make us win this DPM race. We get that 2 shots in, get a 3rd shot in, then gets hit by our friendly team. We should now have the finish. This is for the 7th kill and that Devastator medal, which we pick up, getting 4,300 damage. There's now 2 tanks remaining, and I want to try and pick up the Radleys. I just need to find that last tank. I suspect he's sort of towards our base. Just that's kind of my hunch by where the other tanks were. So it's just whether a case, can we find that tank in time? Can we get there before our friendly team do? We do find the tank. We get 1 shot in there, putting them onto a 2 shot to us. I'm hoping to try and finish this off. Got to go for the ram. We do go for the ram, finishing that game in style, getting our 8th kill of the game and 5,000 damage. So let's just see what we did. As you see, get the Radleys with that 8 kills, 5,000 damage, 600 assistance, and another ace tanker and high caliber, as well as the Radleys medal. So that's it for the video in the Panther 88. Thank you so much for watching. If you do like the video, please remember to like and subscribe, because it really helps the channel. And as always, happy tanking.
Enemy in sight. Hadouken!